Hello students, welcome back to the 6th Science Digital class. Hope you all will be doing good at home. In our previous video, we started lesson number 8, our skeletal system and scheme. In this, we studied fracture, X-ray, human skeletal system, structure and functions of bone, types of bone, axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Now today we will study the remaining part. Students, you can see the pictures in the slide. Some actions are shown. First is walking, second bowling and batting. While doing these actions, different body parts are there. Different body parts shows the movement. While walking, the legs are there. While bowling, shoulder and arms and legs are there. And while doing the batting, wrist and arms are there. These movements are easily possible due to the joints present in our body. Bones and muscles are major parts that help in body movement or locomotion. The adult human body is supported with 206 bones, and these bones are supported by joints for movement. We already studied human skeleton. In that skeleton, 206 bones are present. So let us learn in detail about the joints. If there are no joints in body, there will be no body movement. The bones in our body are connected to each other by means of ligaments. What are the joints? Joints are the places where two or more than two bones are connected to each other. Joints are of two types, means where the two bones are connected, that is called as joints, and these are of two types. First is movable joint. In this, bones can move. Examples, bones of arms and legs. You can see the picture. Immovable joint, bones cannot move. Example, bones of the skull other than the lower jaw. Let us study some types of movable joints. First is hinge joint. This type of joint allows the movements of bones only in one direction. Students, you all know hinges in door. Here you can see in picture the movement of door is only in one direction, and that is because of hinges, the yellow or golden colored part. Same movement is allowed in a body through this type of joints. It moves in 180-degree angles. Examples of hinge joint are elbow and knee joint. Next is ball and socket joint. In this type of joint, the ball-like surface of one bone fits into a cup-like hollow in the other. The bones can move in two or more directions in a 360-degree angle, as you can see in the picture, the moving part. An example of ball and socket joints are shoulder and hip joints in the body. Third is gliding joint. Glide means a slight movement at their own place. This kind of joint allows bones to glide over each other, providing little movement in all directions. Examples of gliding joints are wrist and ankle joint, as you can see the movement in these two pictures. Now students, this is about the joint. Let's study the next part. Here you can see the pictures. What you can see? Hot tea, chilled ice cream and rough surface. Which organ of your body helps to sense all these? Right. When you touch the cup, you feel the hot. When you touch the ice cream, you feel that it is cold or chilled. And when you touch the rough surface, you will understand that it is rough or smooth. So it is skin. What is skin? Let's see. The skin is an important and large organ of all living things. The skin has hair. There are nails on the skin at the tips of the fingers and toes. The skin gives us the sense of touch. The skin is an important sensory organ of the body. To know more about skin, it's very important to have an overview of the structure of the skin. So let's explore structure and function of the skin. Outermost covering of the body is called the skin. Underline this. Human skin is made up of two main layers. The outermost layer is called the epidermis. See the picture given in your textbook. 8.8 structure of the skin. The first layer is epidermis. Below the epidermis, dermis is present. The pink colored layer is epidermis. Below the dermis, there is a network of blood vessels and nerve fibers. The subcutaneous layer under this network maintains normal body temperature. The epidermis has various layers. Students, here in this picture you can easily see the network of blood vessels and nerve fibers. Now, let's study the functions of the skin. First is protecting the internal parts of the body like muscles, bones, organ systems, etc. It acts as the body's initial barrier against external harmful substances or foreign particles. Second is help preserve the moisture in the body. Third is synthesizing vitamin D. We all know we get the vitamin D from the sunlight. Dermis, second layer of the skin, synthesizes vitamin D to absorb calcium on exposure to sunlight. Fourth, releasing sweat to regulate body temperature. Sweat glands in skin release sweat. It helps the body to eliminate salts and minerals and maintains body temperature. Fifth, giving protection from the heat and cold. Fat stored in skin layer provides energy and is crucial in reacting to ambient temperature. It insulates the body from heat and cold. Sixth, the skin functions as the sensory organ of touch. Skin is main sense organ that can sense touch, heat, pressure, cold, pain and pleasure. A network of nerves transmits these signals to brain and it responds to stimulus. Melanin. A pigment called melanin is present in the cells of epidermis. The melanin is synthesized in certain glands in the skin. The percentage of melanin decides the fairness or darkness of the skin. Means if the percentage are low, the person is more fair, and if the melanin percentage are high, the person is darker. The skin of the person is darker. The color of the skin also depends on the climate. You can see the people living in the Africa, they are dark colored because the temperature is more, and the people from Europe area, they are the fair because of the low temperature. Melanin protects our skin and the inner parts from ultraviolet sun rays. Can you tell what happens when we walk or play in the hot sun? Walking or playing in the hot sun can cause various problems like head pain. But along with that, when the heat is too much, then our body reacts and increase the blood flow level on the skin, which results in heavy sweating. When we walk or play in the sun, we get tired, but at the same time, our skin becomes wet. This is because of sweat. In the skin, there are glands which secrete sweat. They are called sweat glands. After playing in the hot sun or after hard physical labor, the temperature of the body rises. Then sweat is released. It helps to reduce the temperature of the body. Our body temperature usually remains constant at approximately 37 degree Celsius. So what is the normal human body temperature? 37 degree Celsius. Which color of the skin will give greater protection from the sun's rays? Dark brown skin will give greater protection from the sun's rays because it contains more melanin. Already we discussed. How does sweating help to lower the temperature of the body? When heat activates sweat glands, these glands bring that water along with the body's salt to the surface of the skin as sweat. Once on the surface, the water evaporates. Water evaporating from the skin cools the body, keeping its temperature in a healthy range. Students, do you observe the skin of your grandparents or the skin of your or the child? What difference you can see? As we grow older, the proportion of fat beneath the skin reduces. However, the previously taught skin does not shrink. This causes wrinkles on the skin of older people because the fats are reduced in the skin, so your grandparents' skin is wrinkled. Do you know it is melanin that determines the color of your hair? 2. Not only the color of the skin but the color of hair is also determined by the melanin. Jet black hair is due to the pure melanin. If the percentage are more, your hairs are black, while brown or lighter hair is due to sulfur in melanin and reddish hair due to iron in melanin. For the health of our skin, it is important to keep it clean. So we have to wash regularly, we have to take the bath regularly, we have to clean the skin using soap, etc. Discriminating between people based on their skin color is unscientific and wrong. We should not tease anyone about the skin or fairness or the darkness. Avoid the temptation of using artificial means to become fair. Students, there are no such products available in the market which can help or which can make you fair. So please don't go behind them. What we have learned: all the bones in the body along with the cartilage together form the skeletal system. The skeleton gives shape and support to the body. The outer covering of the body is called the skin. The skeletal system and the skin perform the important function of protecting the body and the internal body parts. We must take care of our skeletal system and skin. The skull, the ribcage, the backbone and the bones of the arms and legs are the main parts of the human skeletal system. Epidermis and dermis are the two main layers of the human skin. So this is about a skeletal system and skin. Read the lesson thoroughly, underline the hard words, learn the hard words. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.